More trouble ahead for Sadiq Khan as the Europeans are taking him to court over the ultra-low emission zones. At this point, Sadiq Khan and his team have spent more time in court over ULEZ than I've spent in pubs. But what is this story actually about? So, as you guys know, there's a lot of challenges against the ULEZ expansion. This is basically a tax on ordinary people driving around. Sadiq Khan, who is claiming that certain cars are bad for the planet and we have to completely destroy them, moving them along. Somehow, he's recently come out to say, actually, you know, the cars that we've taken away from people, all that, we could actually send it to Ukraine, give it to Zelensky, because we could help them out. Apparently, Ukraine is not part of this planet. But forget about all that. What's going on here? Because European drivers who've been coming to Greater London have now had to be forced to pay, and they are now challenging Sadiq Khan. So they're taken him to court over their own fines. Let's see if he's going to be caving in or not. So, there we have the drivers who own non-compliant vehicles are facing a charge of £12.50 per day and fines potentially reaching as high as £180. Now, bigger cars, HEVs, are also required, of course, to follow the rules when it comes to ULEZ, low emission zone. Don't joke, don't make the obvious joke, which can charge fines of up to £3,000. Yeah, so obviously, for a lot of these people, they say, we were not given a heads up, we're just coming to London, blah, 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 and Sadiq Khan is tricking us. Same could apply to a lot of people in Greater London, especially in the outer London, where you have the boundary between, which is technically Greater London and outside of London, and there's literally one road, and certain ULEZ signs are not really seen in obvious places. So people are being basically forced to pay this tax for driving around. Now, we have to wait and see the actual reaction from the TfL team, who's in charge of sorting out this court case again. Obviously, it's going to take a while. Now, Transporter and Nude BV, a Dutch company representing lorry firms, have applied for permission to launch a judicial review against the Transport for London. This is according to the Telegraph. It claims that TfL has been unlawfully issuing fines to groups in the Netherlands, suggesting a total sum of 7.5 million euros. That's 6.52 a million pounds that may have been incorrectly handed out. So we got the owner of this place, Antonia Oliveira, saying that the company was launching the case after a number of companies went bankrupt after being fined. Sadiq Khan not only single-handedly destroying London as a capital city, he's also making companies go bankrupt in other countries. It's extremely impressive. how much influence this little man has over our lives and now foreigners. It's really bad that, again, we've known these things about people like Sadiq Khan, and somehow there are still enough people in London who continue to vote for him. Now we'll see what happens in 2024 in the upcoming London mayoral elections. Let me know your thoughts. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.